Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day so far. This is your daily reading for Thursday, January 17th, 2019. I hope this week has treated you well. It's gone by pretty quickly. This whole month seems to be going by much quicker than I expected. I hope it's been going well for you and that you have been able to stick to your goals, stick to your plans so far. If you did make resolutions, hopefully, that's something that's still going strong for you. And if it isn't, it's never too late to get back to it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to ask for your overall energy. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you, of course, to our higher selves and our guides and our angels and whatever it is that you believe is bringing us together and allowing you to receive these messages. Thank you to all of those higher beings out there that's sending us these messages and guiding us today. So what is your overall guiding energy today? January 17th, 2019, Thursday. What is your guiding energy for this day? She feels, she knows, okay? So you have the number of perfect balance that comes together to give you the number of stability. So you have twos, which are the number of balance and the number of duality. And then, of course, you have two twos, which gives you four, the number of stability, the number of organization. What she feels, she knows, it speaks to listening to your intuition. So it's possible that, there may be some sort of energetic imbalance that you're dealing with today, or that, not that you're dealing with, but that is just kind of around. But you know how to deal with that. You know how to navigate that today. Whatever situation you find you're facing, listen to your intuition, listen to that part of yourself that says, you know what, maybe something's not right here. Or alternatively, our intuition is to guide us to our highest good. So your intuition could be saying, you need to make this choice so that you'll improve in this part of your life, or you need to make this choice because something really good's going to happen to you. Okay, so just really listen to your intuition today. Listen to the way people speak to you. Listen to the way messages come to you today. If you're on a specific sort of thought tangent and then like a commercial or something comes on, or you see an advertisement that directly relates to that thought tangent in a way that you may not have expected, then that's a sign telling you, where you are, what you're thinking of, the path you're on right now. It's probably the right path. You're probably thinking of the right things for yourself because you know what's right for you. You know what needs to be done. You know what path needs to be taken today. And you also know if people are not being fully honest with you. Today your intuition is way up here, so really listen to it. Really try to tune in to those thoughts, tune in to the sounds that the universe gives to you, the signs that the universe gives to you, that tells you, either you're on the right path or something has to change. You will be aware of that today. So really listen, really pay attention to what's going on. Okay, so let's see what your aspirational energy is. This is going to tell us a little bit more about what the She Feels, She Knows card is telling you, but it also and mainly explains the energy that you can hope for and that you can aspire to if you're able to overcome your challenges on this day. Like, if you're able to overcome your challenges on both the physical level and the mental emotional level, then this can help us to understand what energy you hope for, what energy is your ideal outcome energy. So what is your aspirational energy for today? Thursday, January 17th, 2019. What is your aspirational card for today? For whoever this reading is meant to guide, please. Interesting. You have the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit means you're going to want to take some time to be to yourself. You want to take some time to learn more about your path. But because this is in your aspirational position, I do think it's saying you are on the right path with whatever you're pursuing today. Okay, you are at a precipice. You're at a position where all of the hard work you've put in, all of the energy you've put in, all of the goals you've set for yourself, you're starting to see some returns for that. But I think with the Hermit energy, it means, you can't necessarily expect that to come from outside. It may be internal returns, it may be results from emotional growth or an emotional journey you've been taking, a spiritual journey you've been taking, whatever it is, it's something that's more close to home. It's not something it's, with the Hermit energy, it's all about, returning inward and looking into your own internal wisdom and your own internal knowledge and understanding of whatever you're experiencing or whatever you're trying to pursue. The path that you're on, it's a narrow one, but it is your path, and it is all about, your own personal growth and your own personal understanding, your own personal knowledge. So really, I think with this in your aspirational position, yeah, just listen to your intuition. I think if you're able to do that, then you'll be more able to connect with the wisdom of the cosmos, the wisdom of the universe that is already available to you. Lights will come on for you. You'll just start to realize things. You'll start to figure things out really fast. You'll really start to understand how you found yourself in the situation that you're in and how to move forward. Okay, so that's your aspirational energy. Let's see what's challenging you on the physical level. This can include your body, this can include your health, this can include your physical standing. It could also include your finances, your career, your physical earthly relationships, and that could be romance relationships, it could be friend relationships, family, coworkers, strangers on the street. Just what is your challenge on this physical level for today? For January 17th, 2019, what is your challenge physically for whoever this reading is meant to guide? For January 7th, 2017th, 2019, please and thank you. Interesting. You have the sun. Okay, so it's possible that you're feeling, how do I say? There is the possibility of failure, the possibility of a fear of, how do I say this? All right, let me tell you what the sun is to me. The sun means, it's usually a symbol of great success. It's usually a symbol of possibilities and like endless light. And, with this in your challenge position, that's a struggle for you, like seeing possibilities, seeing that light. You feel like there's darkness covering whatever your projects are. Either you think that whatever you're working on, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a work project, whether, it's a home renovation, whatever it is, there's a part of you that thinks it's doomed, that feels like, this thing in my life is going well right now, but it's not going to continue that way, and eventually the other shoe's gonna fall and it's all gonna fall apart. And there's just this kind of doom energy that is weighing on you, this darkness, this shadow that's just like, is this going to be successful? And it's not saying, I think with the sun, because the sun is such a positive card, I think the message I'm getting here is that the situation isn't as bad as you think. It's not as doomed as you feel like it is. But there's that sense that like it's all gonna fall apart real quick. Like it's all just gonna go away. All the work that you put in, all the energy you put in, all the light that you're trying to bring into the situation, there's something just blocking the light. There's something, that's just making it really difficult. And I think, there's I think it connects to whatever your spiritual message is, which we haven't gotten to yet. But whatever this doom feeling is, whatever this darkness, this internal feeling of, it's not even, I don't want to say the word failure, because that's different. That's like you putting in the work and then the work just not happening. Whereas this is like, or like, I don't know, I feel like failure says, I did all this stuff and then I failed. I messed up somehow. I didn't do everything right, or I just wasn't lucky. But with this, I think the energy is more like, it doesn't matter, how much work you do. Everything that you try is destined to fail. Everything you try is destined to fall apart, destined to end in some way that isn't positive to you. And that's just kind of because these readings tend to be very internal, even on the physical level. I do think that that has to do with wherever you are spiritually. And I think this isn't saying, because the sun, like I said, is such a positive card, I think this isn't saying that the project is absolutely doomed to fail, but that's just your energy towards it or your fear towards it. And it's like, it's not even something you want to think. It's not something you want to feel. It's just there, and you don't know how to resist that feeling of doom. You don't know how to resist that kind of self-sabotaging energy that you're facing. So let's see what you can do to resist that and to overcome that. What can you do to try to overcome your challenge on the physical level where you're sensing or feeling that there's doom in everything you do, where just there's a shadow or a darkness covering your activities? And even if the activities aren't as bad as you think they are, you know, what can you do to overcome this sense of doom, this sense of impending horror? I don't want to say horror. That's a little extreme, but I don't know. With the sun, I don't know. I feel like this feeling is very extreme, like the whole world's gonna end kind of feeling. You know, what do you do to overcome this challenge on your physical level for Thursday, January 17th, 2019? How can you overcome your physical challenge for this day, please? So you have Temperance, okay? And then you have the Moon, right? So with Temperance, we have the of course the obvious idea of, you know, being patient through the situation, but I think the biggest message I'm getting right now is that you have to take these emotional fears that you have, these worries, and change and morph them into action. You know, if you're worried that something's not gonna turn out right, then maybe there's some part of your intuition telling you that you need to change your behaviors and your actions to fix this. Also, I think there's this sense of this emotional disturbance, this emotional upset that is, like I said, creating this sense of doom. Like I said, I do think it has to do with where you are spiritually, especially with the moon here. I think the moon is telling you, you know, really, really listen to your intuition, really stop and ask yourself why you're feeling this sense of doom and why you're afraid of everything exploding, everything falling apart. Like there's such a fiery energy that you're heading towards anyway. And I think because this is in your overcoming position, that fiery energy, that sun energy that you're afraid can't happen, that's challenging you, that's actually what you need to jump into. Whatever it is that's scaring you, really face it down today. Really stop and look at it and say, why are you scaring me? Why am I afraid to pursue you? Why am I afraid to go after you? Because I think, you know, there's just some mystery here, or some worry that's like way off in the future, and you are so, your head is there, your head is like in the future of this idea of everything exploding, everything going to crap, the whole world's going to end, you know, our country's gonna fall apart, our other countries are falling apart, like, and you just feel like, you know, the weight of the universe is on you today, and like you're worried that anything that we do, it's for nothing, it's for naught, because you're seeing how frightening and how things can fall apart and how things can weigh down on us. You're really focused in on the big picture, which can be good, but right now it's so much so that you're only seeing how things can fall apart. You're not really seeing how to improve and how to make things better. But with this Temperance card, that's, I think, what it's telling you to do is like really look at the actions that can be taken. Really look at the steps that you can do, what you can do to improve your life and improve your immediate environment and help improve the lives of others around you. Because you can't change the whole world. You can't fix everything. And I think right now it's just that's kind of weighing on you. Yeah, you are aware. You are definitely aware of the pain that is being felt right now, the pain in the world around you. And it's something that you're thinking about a lot. But I think with Temperance, it's time for you to take these feelings, these emotions, these these worries, these fears, this awareness that you've developed, and start to put it into action. Start to take little steps. Something I've wanted to do is make bags for homeless people and with just basic needs, and pass those out to homeless people so that I'm doing at least a little bit something, you know? And that's like, it just takes small actions. It just takes, what can you do, thinking about what you can do for your environment, for the people around you. How can you help someone today? How can you reach out and do something to improve your world so that you can feel that there's still goodness, that there's still kindness in the world, that there's still love to be had and to be known. And you know this, that there is something you can do, right? So take the time to listen to what's in your soul. Take the time to really, really ask yourself what you can do to help improve the situations around you, what actions you can take, what actual things you can do to create change in your world. Because yeah, I just feel like the state of the world is weighing on you today. And that's a thing that happens for a lot of people, especially very empathic people, people who are trying to do light work and things like that. It's really easy, the more you make yourself aware of what's happening in the world, it's very easy to let that weigh on you and let that make you feel like you're not doing enough. But you know what? It just takes something small. Listen to what's in your heart, listen to your intuition, and take that emotional state that you're in right now. Take this heaviness that you're feeling right now and try to put it into some action so that you can make real change in your environment. And even if that's just cleaning up your home and giving food to people, or like offering to help someone clean up their place and help them understand things that they're going through, or just listening to someone who's going through something hard. Do what you can to reach out to your environment, to reach out to the people around you, and to help the world as much as you can without putting all of the weight of it on yourself. Okay, so let's see what your energy is, or what your challenge is on the mental, emotional, and spiritual level. Because I do think that whatever this is that you're seeing in the physical world that's causing this challenge, I do think it comes from a spiritual place. So let's see what your challenge is on the mental, emotional, and spiritual plane. What is going on underneath the surface that is bringing this all to the forefront, that's putting all of this on your shoulders? What just jumps? Wow, look at this. You have the Ace of Cups, and look at her. She's holding all these little tiny versions of herself, these little dolls, and all of these things are things that she's thinking about, things that she's worried about, and she's trying to hold it all together. But like some of them are starting to slip through her fingers, because you know what? The weight's getting too heavy. The weight of holding all of this energy, all of this power, all of this knowledge, it's getting too heavy for her, and she's not sure she can hold it. So I'm still going to pull another card to see what's going on under the surface. But I do think that's a big thing. Like, there's so much that you are just trying to hold on to, and that's an emotional card. The Ace of Cups, that is telling you that this is all in your heart. Your heart is in the right place. You really want to help, you really want to do so many things for the world, but it's starting to get very heavy for you. It's starting to weigh down on you. So what can you do? Or What is going on? Why is it weighing down on you? What's under the surface? Why do you feel like you have to solve all of these problems? Why do you feel like you have to fix the world today? What is your challenge, please? You have, what's this card? The Empress, I believe. See, they're not labeled, and sometimes I forget. But this is the Empress, and it's the same kind of message. Like, you have a nurturing heart. You want to take care of people, but you don't know how, and you're at this point where you're worried that that it's eating you, you know, like all of this stuff that you're trying to do, all of this love in your heart that you're trying to give to the world, it's getting to the point where you just don't know what you can do. You just don't know. Like, again, with this Ace of Cups, I think this is very much an emotional thing for you right now. You really want to take care of other people. You really look, she's like cradling them like babies, and she is, the Empress is all about someone who gives nurture, someone who wants to care about their environment, someone who wants to help the world to be better, and someone who wants to heal things and beings and people who need healing, you know. But this is in your challenge position, and that tells me, you know, you're feeling like it's just so hard, like it's just such a struggle. And I don't know, I kind of want to cry right now. I don't know what that is or what you're going through right now, but it's such an emotional experience, and it's like you really want so bad to make things better. And maybe you've experienced something hard recently. Maybe, you know, you've seen someone struggling recently, and that's why this is all coming up. Whatever it is, you know, you really just want to make things better for somebody or for lots of people. You want to heal, you want to nurture, you want to take care of others, but it is getting to the point where it's starting to feel so heavy, and it's starting to feel so difficult, and you're starting to even wonder, what's the point? You know, this world that she's in, it looks kind of like a desert, like a dry wasteland, and as much as she's trying to help, she can't fix it all because the environment itself is dying. The environment itself is sick. And I understand that, but you are so, right now, this is just weighing on you so heavily that you're feeling sad, you're feeling a little bit useless, you're feeling incapable of taking care of people, you're feeling incapable of bringing that healing and bringing that goodness to the world. And like, there's just so much love in your heart. Like, whoever you are, I can feel it. There's so much love in your heart right now, and you are so hurting and so sad that you can't send this out. You can't help other people with whatever they need healing. Like, you want to heal so bad, and it's just it's hard. It's hard for you. It's emotionally draining for you. It's emotionally upsetting for you because you're seeing so much harm in the world. And I don't know what's going on with you, but I do hope that whatever it is, you do find that heart healing. Let's look at what you can do to try to overcome this. What can you do to deal with this feeling of overwhelming love, this feeling of useless love? I don't want to say useless, but like, you want to try so hard that like you're trying so hard to love people and to care and to bring healing, and you're so worried about the fate of the world. Like this, like I said with the sun, it is so big. This is more than just like, I think, you know, a job. This is more than a relationship. This is like the state of the world is on your mind today. That's really intense. It's really heavy, you know. So what can you do to deal with these feelings that you're experiencing? What can you do so that you can come back to being that light worker, to being that person who follows their intuition and who knows how to heal and how to help? What can you do to overcome your challenge on this emotional and spiritual level? How can you overcome this challenge here today, please? You're the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is asking you to try to move a little bit out of that heart space into your head space. Try to think a little bit more, try to just be a little bit more logical, more calm, more, less emotional in this situation. And then you have the Three of Wands, which, you know, I think is saying to let go of some of the weight that you're holding on to really look towards hope, look towards possibilities of change and growth. um, this is an emotional journey that you do have to take. This is something that you have to try to move across. With the Three of Wands, you know, he's got to go over this whole body of water, this whole emotional expanse, and move forward into a place of hope and a place of new knowledge and taking action, so that, you know, so that so that the waters of his emotions, so that this sea that he's on, that you're on, doesn't pull him down, so that he doesn't drown. Okay, there are just some things you have to leave behind. There are some things that you can't change and you can't fix, and you have to accept that. You have to know, on a more logical level, and use, you know, I really think, whoever you are, today is a really good day for you to stop and meditate. Today's a really good day for you to really work on balancing your chakras, balancing your energy, really looking through the third eye, and like trying to understand why you're feeling this way, understand what actions you can take to move forward through this, um, and really understand, you know, that it's not all your fight. You're not alone. You're not the only one who's trying to make the world a better place, okay? Really stop and meditate. Again, like I said, balance your chakras. It's really screaming at me. It's really important to, and you know, if you don't know how to do that alone, there's so many resources online. There's so many guided meditations. There's so many like manuals and books and online courses. So many ways to understand but the chakras. But you know, I think with the third eye here, that's what you really need to focus on a little bit more. See, we have this light here right on her forehead, and try to connect with the knowledge of the universe, with the understanding of the divine, whatever you think is the divine, whatever you believe in. There's something there trying to connect with you and trying to get you to understand your purpose and your path. And I feel like the reason you're dealing with all of this emotion is just because that message is starting to come to you, but the way it's coming in right now, you need to center it. You need to find a way to understand the language of the divine, a way that works for you. But the only way to start that path is to let go of this doom sensation, and let go of the feeling that you have to carry everything, that all of the wands are yours to bear, all of the weight, all of the action is yours to take. Okay, it's not, and you really need to understand that and stop and get back into a more logical mindset, a more peaceful and connected mindset, where you're more thoughtful about, you know, the possibilities of what you can do, you as an individual, and how you can help other people. But let go of the idea that it's all on you. It's not all on you. You are not the only person meant to save the world. There are so many of us out here trying to do the same thing. And you are not alone, but you do, I think, need to take some time to meditate today. And I do think that goes along with that hermit energy. You really need to stop and just reconnect, with your spirit, with your higher self, with the divine, in whatever way that means to you. Find a way to reconnect so that you can remember, you know, what the point is, so that you can remember that why it's worth it, and why you're, even though it looks big and scary, and it does sometimes look like the world might be falling apart, it's worth it. I believe it's worth it. I believe that we can make it better, we can change it. And I think you need to stop and meditate and get back to that point where you're remembering why you started and remembering why it's worth it, so that you can move forward and go towards that symbol of hope here, okay? So let's see what your energy is as you end this day. What is your energy to close out this Thursday, January 17th, 2019? What is your energy for the end of this day? Whether you're able to overcome your challenges. What is your energy for the end of Thursday, January 17th, 2019? Please and thank you. And of course, thank you again for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. It lets YouTube know that it is helping people and that it is a valuable resource for people. So please do that. Thank you so much again for being here. It just, it means a lot. Having support can change a life. So what is your energy for the end of this day? You have the Page of Cups, okay? So it's time for you to move forward with the energy of love. It's time for you to move forward with gentleness and to say, maybe it's not easy, but I'm ready to start. The Page is always ready for a new challenge. The Page is always ready to try again, And then you have the Hanging Man, who is someone who is ready to do his own thing. The Hanging Man, it doesn't have to know whether or not there's success for him. He doesn't have to know whether or not he's going to fall or float. He just knows that he's going to do things his own way, and he's going to find a way to succeed and to survive. The Hanging Man is in control of his position. And yeah, maybe there is a little bit of fear for whether he'll fall or float. There maybe is a little bit of fear for whether, there will be joy or success, but he is guided by his own passions. Even though he's in the sky and he's hanging, he is grounded in himself. And I think that's the energy you need to have for the end of the day. It's the energy you should be having, is that, you are ready to take this leap, to let go of the chains that are holding you in place and to move forward with a new energy of love and a new energy of confidence and of passion and of self-containment, self-knowledge, I should say, self-understanding and realization. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, your energy is just telling you you're ready to move forward. You're ready to follow your own beat, your own choices, and let those choices guide you, whether or not you're going to win or lose. I think you can be ready to move forward, to take on this new challenge and take it on with love and take it on with a gentle understanding that you are not a master, okay? The Page is not a master. He is learning. He is starting to understand. He is starting his new journey and ready to understand. And this Page is very confident that he is going to succeed, but he also understands that success isn't guaranteed, and that's okay. He's just very confident in moving forward, and he says, you know what? I love this path I'm taking. I have love in my heart on this path, and so I'll continue taking it no matter where it takes me. And he doesn't know the future, neither does the Hanging Man, but you know where you know the path that you need to take. Whether you know where it's going to end is a different story, but you know the path that you need to take. And I do think this has to do again with the duality of your mind, of wanting to make the world a better place, but having to understand that you can't do that alone, and having to let that weight off your shoulders and let go. So take that jump. Understand that the chains that you're finding yourself in, you can free yourself from, and you can do that by moving in love and moving forward and trying to, just let yourself start fresh today. It's not too late to start fresh and say, okay, even though I can't change the whole world, what can I change in my world today? And you know, listen to your intuition. We have that moon there for you. We have that she feels, she knows. Listen to your intuition. Listen to what's in your heart, because you're so emotional about this situation. You just, yeah, listen to your heart, really meditate, listen to your third eye so that you can connect with that, with your higher self and with the spirits that are guiding you. But your intuition, they're speaking to you through your intuition already, whether or not you're trying directly to contact or listen. They are trying to speak to you through your intuition, and that is why you're feeling this way. You know, it is saying you're, if you haven't felt like you're meant to help the world, I think this is your message. You know, this is saying, if you're feeling so afraid for it, do something. It's time for you to do something. It's time for you to let that love that's in your heart, that expansive, huge love that wants to save the world and make it better, let that guide you. And you know where that's going to need to take you. But I do think that with that hermit energy and with the Queen of Swords and just where you are with the moon too, I think the message today is for you to meditate, align your chakras, get in touch with your higher self, and listen to your intuition. Listen to these messages that are coming to you today, okay? Thank you so much. I do hope you have a beautiful day. I hope whatever you're experiencing, you are able to break through it. And if you would like a personal reading, there are links below. It might even be easier just to message me on Facebook, and I could offer you a reading via Skype. um, just let me know. I'm probably, you know, if you tell me your story and you're going through something that is intense, I have either sliding scales I sometimes read for free just for people who seem like they need it. So if you need some guidance, come see me, come say hi, or see someone else, whatever it is, you know, just don't stay in this space, this this emotional, the world's gonna fall apart, doomed, I can't do anything kind of space, because that's not going to help you. It's just going to cripple you, okay? Thank you. I do hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember always that I love you. Bye.